Imagine checking into a hotel, expecting a relaxing stay, only to find yourself in the midst of a dark and sinister mystery. Room 1408 at the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles is notorious for its unexplained deaths and the eerie feeling that something is off. From the moment you step into this infamous room, you can't shake the feeling that you're being watched, and that the shadows on the walls are hiding secrets that will never be revealed. The Cecil Hotel, built in 1927, has a long and complex history. Initially, it was a popular destination for business travelers and tourists, but over the years, it gained a reputation for being a hub for crime and violence. The hotel's dark past began to take shape in the 1950s and 1960s, with reports of murders, suicides, and mysterious disappearances. One of the most notable cases was the murder of Elizabeth Short, also known as the Black Dahlia, who was last seen at the Cecil Hotel in 1947. Her body was later found mutilated and abandoned in a vacant lot, with the killer never being caught. The hotel's reputation continued to deteriorate, and by the 1980s, it had become a haven for drug addicts, prostitutes, and serial killers. Room 1408, in particular, has been at the center of the hotel's dark legacy. The room has been the site of numerous unexplained deaths, including the murder of a 27-year-old woman named Dorothy Jean Spence, who was found strangled in the room in 1964. In 1975, a 65-year-old man named Louis B. Smith was found dead in the room, with no signs of foul play or trauma. The most recent incident occurred in 2015, when a 21-year-old man named Justin Fornell was found dead in the room, with the cause of death still unknown. These incidents, along with many others, have led to speculation and theories about the room's dark energy. One of the most credible theories surrounding Room 1408 is that it is haunted by the spirits of former guests who met their demise in the room. Many paranormal investigators believe that the room is a hub for supernatural activity, with reports of ghostly apparitions, unexplained noises, and inexplicable cold spots. Some believe that the room's dark history has created a portal for malevolent spirits to enter and exit, causing harm to those who stay in the room. Evidence for this theory includes numerous eyewitness accounts from guests and staff members who have experienced strange occurrences in the room. For example, a former hotel employee reported seeing a ghostly figure in the room, while a guest claimed to have been awoken by an unseen force in the middle of the night. Another theory is that Room 1408 is cursed, possibly due to a tragic event that occurred in the room. Some believe that the room's dark energy is a result of a past tragedy, such as a murder or a suicide, which has imprinted itself on the room's atmosphere. This theory is supported by the fact that many of the deaths that have occurred in the room have been unexplained, with no signs of foul play or trauma. For example, the death of Louis B. Smith in 1975 remains a mystery, with no cause of death ever being determined. However, this theory is not without its flaws, as some argue that the curse could be a result of the hotel's overall dark history, rather than a specific event in Room 1408. A third theory is that Room 1408 is a hub for serial killers and other violent individuals. The hotel's dark past and reputation for crime have led some to believe that the room is a magnet for those who seek to harm others. This theory is supported by the fact that several serial killers, including Richard Ramirez and Jack Unterweger, have been known to stay at the Cecil Hotel. However, this theory is not without its critics, as some argue that the hotel's proximity to Skid Row and its low room rates make it a convenient location for those in need of a place to stay, rather than a hub for violent activity. Evidence for and against each theory is plentiful. On one hand, the sheer number of unexplained deaths in Room 1408 suggests that something supernatural or paranormal is at play. The fact that many of these deaths have occurred under mysterious circumstances, with no signs of foul play or trauma, supports the theory that the room is haunted or cursed. On the other hand, the lack of concrete evidence and the fact that many of the incidents can be explained by natural causes, such as overdose or illness, suggests that the room's dark reputation may be exaggerated. Despite the numerous theories and speculations, the truth behind Room 1408 remains a mystery. The hotel's management has attempted to downplay the room's dark history, and many have speculated that the room's reputation is nothing more than an urban legend. However, for those who have experienced the strange occurrences in the room, the truth is all too real. As we continue to explore the mysteries of Room 1408, one question remains: what is the true cause of the unexplained deaths and strange occurrences in this infamous room? Is it a malevolent spirit, a curse, or something more sinister? Nobody knows yet, but one thing is certain: room 1408 at the Cecil Hotel remains one of the most haunted and mysterious places on Earth, and its dark legacy will continue to fascinate and terrify us for years to come. Can you handle the truth behind room 1408, or will you become the room's next victim? La respuesta a esta pregunta sigue siendo un misterio, y es precisamente esta incertidumbre lo que atrae a tantas personas a la historia de la habitación 1408. A medida que seguimos investigando y explorando los acontecimientos que han tenido lugar en esta habitación, nos damos cuenta de que la verdad puede ser aún más aterradora de lo que imaginamos. Algunos expertos en lo paranormal creen que la habitación 1408 puede estar embrujada por la energía negativa de aquellos que han muerto allí. Otros sugieren que la habitación puede ser un portal a otro mundo o dimensión, y que aquellos que entran en ella pueden ser atraídos hacia el otro lado. Aunque estas teorías pueden parecer descabelladas, es importante recordar que la historia de la habitación 1408 está llena de eventos inexplicables y aterradores. En 2013, el documental Room 1408 exploró la historia de la habitación y las experiencias de aquellos que habían pasado la noche allí. El documental mostró cómo la habitación parecía tener un efecto extraño en las personas, causando alucinaciones, pesadillas y una sensación general de malestar. Algunos de los participantes en el documental incluso reportaron haber visto fantasmas o haber experimentado fenómenos inexplicables mientras estaban en la habitación. A medida que la leyenda de la habitación 1408 sigue creciendo, es importante recordar que la verdad detrás de esta habitación sigue siendo un misterio. ¿Es la habitación 1408 realmente embrujada, o es solo un producto de nuestra imaginación? La respuesta a esta pregunta puede seguir siendo un misterio para siempre, pero una cosa es segura: la habitación 1408 del Hotel Cecil seguirá siendo un lugar de fascinación y terror para aquellos que se atreven a explorar sus secretos. Así que, si eres lo suficientemente valiente, puedes intentar pasar la noche en la habitación 1408. Pero ten cuidado, porque una vez que entras en esta habitación, puede que no salgas nunca más. La habitación 1408 es un lugar donde Louisiana realidad y la fantasía se confunden, y donde el terror y la fascinación se unen en una experiencia que nunca olvidarás. ¿Estás listo para enfrentar la verdad detrás de la habitación 1408?